All right, welcome to Yard Work. The Miami Dolphins signed Malcolm Brown, a 5'11", 225-pound back from the Los Angeles Rams. He figures to be a pretty decent RB2 if that's how they're going to use him. He runs with power, he runs with intelligence, good quickness, can catch the ball, and we're going to show you some of his chops from this past season. Here it is in week 1. And he's going to be running out, and we're going to run it at full speed right here. He's going to be running out of 11 personnel against nickel, and this is just inside zone, and you can see what he finds. 7 yards. We're going to slow it down, and we're going to show you what he has to do, and we're going to stop it. All right, and we're going to bring it back a little bit. Bring him back into the backfield, and we're going to slow it down. And let me draw this up for you. This is inside zone, okay? So Cowboys like to get guys into the A-gaps. They have both linebackers into the A-gaps. They're bringing a safety close into the box. So the Rams are in 11 personnel, and they brought in Robert Woods tight to the formation. So maybe they want to release guards into the second level. They have this well blocked. This is zone blocking at its best. So this is just hat on a hat. And Malcolm Brown is going to get the carry right here. He's going to get the handoff. And he's going to pick. If his guard has leverage this way, he's going to run it right up the middle. But he just has to find a crease to just gain as much as he can. And let's see what he does with this. And we're slowing it down. Good release right there to the second level to Jalen Smith. And look at Malcolm Brown. He cuts back, sets up that block, and now he's downhill. Lowers his shoulder, finishes that run. That is 7 yards. He got essentially all there was to get on that inside zone run. Good run there. Now, Malcolm Brown in the same game, can you throw him the football on a set play? We're going to see it right here. And we're going to run it here. Let's just stop it. Let's just stop it and talk about what they're trying to accomplish right here. It's still the same, 11 personnel. And Malcolm Brown is going to come and take the play action fake right here. And he's going to come out here. And Jared Goff is just going to do a semi-bootleg. And they're going to try to get blockers out in front. And try to set up a screen. What is called a shallow screen. And let's clean it up and let's see what they can accomplish with this play call. I'm going to run it at full speed. Play action. Malcolm Brown catches it. Splits. Right there. Good block right there on the edge. And we're gonna slow it down so we can see what Malcolm Brown is actually trying to set up right here. And we're running it slow so you can see it. And here's the play action. And it's against nickel. As you can see, they have the blockers, and we are stopping it as the ball is caught. This block is absolutely blown. This is Al Woods. He's a decent defensive tackle for the Dallas Cowboys. So Malcolm Brown is going to turn around, and he's going to see himself with numbers, but he's going to have a tackler to defeat, and he's just going to have to get upfield. So let's keep running it. Catches it. Block is cinched. And now what do we have? He has a blocker out in front. There's Van Der Esch trying to get to the boundary to try to close him off. Malcolm Brown is actually thinking about, maybe I can score with this. So let's keep running it. Breaks one tackle. Gets down to the sideline. Van Der Esch does a very, very good job to close off the sideline and make the tackle right there. But it's well executed. 18 yards. on a simple short zone screenplay. All right, this is from week 7 against the Chicago Bears, and the Rams are at the goal line, and Malcolm Brown is 7 yards deep in the backfield, and they are in 12 personnel, and the Bears have what is essentially a 52. They have a 52 goal line defense, and they're just trying to get hat on a hat, try to defeat a blocker inside, and try to penetrate into the backfield. But I'm going to give you the play that the Rams are running. It's essentially an inside zone, but since they have what is an ace formation, but they have 2 tight ends to the left, they're going to run a wham, and this is what it's called, essentially a wham 22, okay? Running back has to just run right down the hash. Now, why does he have to run right down the hash? Because these guys are just going to down block. They're going to down block. And this tight end is going to wham block to try to seal this edge to allow the running back to get into the end zone. It's essentially a play that is designed to isolate your running back against this guy right here, which is the Mike backer. Now, who is that Mike backer? That's Roquan Smith. He has a pretty decent reputation. So, how does this work? We're going to run it kind of slow. So we're going to run it slow so you can see it as it happens. And then we're going to run it and we're going to show it from behind the defense. They run a play action right there, and we are going to stop it. They run a play action to just try to declare the defense, trying to get somebody moving to make it a little bit easier. But as you can see, the wham is actually working because 82 gets to what? He gets to seal the hash. Malcolm Brown has it. And what are we setting up here? We have a man to the second level who did not get Roquan Smith. He has defeated that blocker. So now we're going to have Malcolm Brown and Roquan Smith meet right here at the goal line. Winner gets a touchdown. Well, if it's Roquan Smith that wins, we move on to the next down. But what happens? Let's run it. They're met in the hole. They meet at the 1 yard line, and Malcolm Brown ends up in the end zone. Let's keep running it. Good power running. Maybe this is an indictment on Roquan Smith, but let's watch it. And he's in the end zone. Now, how does he do against called protections? Well, we get to watch it right here. And the Rams are in 11 personnel again, which is what they usually do. And they're calling a protection right here, which is they're sliding the protection. We're going to stop it. And I'm going to show you what is about to happen. Okay? You have 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potential rushers. So naturally what they're going to do is they're going to call a slide protection. Right? Which means if Malcolm Brown is in the protection, if you notice he's already eyeballing what could come from the backside, he has to immediately flash out and try to pick up anything that's coming onto the quarterback's face since they are blocking down. So let's run it and let's see how he executes. And we're running it slow. And the rush comes and we are stopping it. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rushers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. So it's perfectly executed. There should be somebody coming from the backside. So Malcolm Brown has to flash across the formation to pick up that blocker. This is a called protection. So he is told where he has to go. Where does he end up? Good block on Eric Rowe. Knocks him off his spot. The ball gets away. It's not complete, but Jared Goff had an opportunity to complete something there because he had good protection. Malcolm Brown picked up the free man coming from the weak side. Now, the Rams are in the playoffs, and this is the wild card round, and Cam Akers has taken control of the backfield for the Los Angeles Rams, so Malcolm Brown is just reduced to spot duty as C.J. Henderson is essentially benched in favor of Malcolm Brown. And this is a scoring drive to essentially put away this game. And Malcolm Brown is actually the catalyst. And we're going to show you 3 consecutive plays that gets them down there to score a touchdown. And we're going to run the first. And what this play is essentially is a bootleg flat pass. So they're just going to try to get guys up. They're going to run a man across the formation, trying to get this outside guy into a back pedal. And then it's play action and try to get the guy, which is Malcolm Brown, out into the flat. Try to get him out on the edge. They are on the right hash. And try to get him to catch the ball, make something with it. Let's run it. And and we're going to slow it down. And there it is. Malcolm Brown is out on the edge. That is Bobby Wagner chasing the play. Malcolm Brown catches it clean, transitions, gets up the field. That is 9 yards. Almost beats Bobby Wagner. If he beats him past the edge, he could score with it. This is the very next play. And they're in 11 personnel. And as you can see, Malcolm Brown is still in there. And this is a very important drive, trying to end it. Nice cut. Malcolm Brown gained 6 yards on this play. And we're going to slow it down. This is essentially just an inside zone play. So you get a hat on a hat and you run to daylight. We're going to run it really, really slow so you can see what Malcolm Brown sees on this play. And here is the snap. As you can see, Jared Goff is actually giving Malcolm Brown a signal of where he should go. And let's stop it so I can explain to you what Jared Goff sees. What Jared Goff sees is essentially by mere alignment, they could isolate him right here. Because if they could get a double right here, they can allow the free rusher, which is KJ Wright. And they're just isolating Malcolm Brown on the weak side backer. So let's run it. And here's the handoff. This is well blocked right here. And let's stop it. That's a good cutback. And he's cutting against the grain. And he's flowing back to the outside. That's a good cut. And he still tried to get another cut, but he just, he got caught against the air, essentially. And he couldn't bring it right back. Bobby Wagner grabs him in the hole. This is the third play in the sequence, and we're going to run it so you can see what they're trying to accomplish here. And we are going to stop it to give you an idea of what they're going to do. This is outside zone, once again. But this time they're going to bring kind of like a counteraction, and they're going to have Cooper Kupp, which is something that they actually do plenty of. Lead Malcolm Brown outside, and he just has to tail him. As they're going to down block and try to release guys into the second level, they're going to allow a free man on the backside. Malcolm Brown has to outrun him to the edge. Now, does he do it? Let's see right here. Let's run it full speed. Nice. You see it? Very nice. 6 yards, Malcolm Brown. I'm going to run it slow so you can see it from here. As you can see, the Seahawks are in 0. Bobby Wagner is reading the center. It's simple outside zone. Bobby Wagner's so good that he actually sees it before it develops. And we're stopped. And there's the block. And Malcolm Brown gets out in front of his blocker, which is Cooper Kupp, gains 6 yards. Very nice play. Now this is the culmination of this drive, and as you can see, they're showing the same look, right? It's the same look. It's 11 personnel. They have Cooper Kupp tight to the formation, and this is more of a testament to Sean McVay more than anybody else, but they're actually going to give the same look with Malcolm Brown running outside zone with Cooper Kupp coming on what looks like a counter tray. But this time, Robert Woods is going to sneak past the defense. They set it up with 2 Malcolm Brown runs and 1 Malcolm Brown bootleg. This was a very, very successful drive. It essentially put the game away for the Los Angeles Rams in the first round of the playoffs and had them moving on. Let's run it. And we're going to run it full speed so you can see it. See, there's the play action. Robert Woods wide open. Touchdown. We're going to run it from behind the defense. Same exact look after 2 Malcolm Brown runs. And there's the play action. Sucked in the safety. And they run Robert Woods right past them. That was an example of a series where after Cam Akers had taken the reins at running back, Malcolm Brown in spot duty managed to be the catalyst of what was essentially a game-winning drive.